Seagulls are flying in the sky, and here, 3 miles away from the coast, Rachel's truck is gone bad due to a tire. Baby is inside. She tries to walkie someone out there for help. She hears and sees a missile launch. She can hear Morgan telling her that the missile will re-enter the atmosphere. It has several warheads, so time's left before impact, use it wisely. She says he's wrong. It is not the end. The truck is staying on a support. She tries to take the tire out, the support falls, the truck gets on her. Her leg is broken. She gets wood and tape to fix her leg to be able to walk. She takes her baby. She is crying a lot. She tries to walk. She barely moves a few distances and falls right down on the road. She sits up, sees a lot of distance ahead, and warheads separating in the atmosphere. She looks at her baby, kisses her, and says she had thought she would do it but couldn't. She cuts the bag and only stays with the baby on her back. She says this is not for her. She ties the bag, calls it Rufus, ties it to her, and wants it to find someone. She ties her mouth to avoid biting. She says, "Sorry, and I love you," takes a knife, and stabs herself. Baby Morgan is crying. After a minute or half, she falls right there, dead. A woman is telling coordinates on the radio. Sarah and others say the basement is filled with undead. A truck is getting here. Wes is here, and Riley is caught. They found a bunker where Alicia is kept, 24 miles east from here. Riley told him. Danny says he heard coordinates on the radio and it's a very safe place. It was someone else, and he recognizes that voice. Lucy asks if he entirely trusts his memory. Lucy decides to go where Rolly is saying. They load up and leave. They squeeze the undead in their way. She's telling Wen to stay at the dam and about her destination. Danny asks, "Why are you telling me about the bunker now, when we're so close? Why didn't you die for your purpose?" Suddenly, the MRAP goes wrong due to the brakes and stops. Sarah and Jacob take a welding kit. All get down. He kills one and asks others to spread. Jacob says she shall find her brother. She starts working on the brakes. Danny says, "If you want to destroy everything, then why do you want to be alive?" He says, "To see your face upon destruction." Rolly is on to killing undead. He says, "Phoenix will must rise." He asks Charlie to keep eyes on him. She has fixed enough to get them to a hotel. Rolly says they all will get out of this like a phoenix. Danny asks Lucy for a gun in Spanish and kills Rolly. He tells them that he was one of them. They knew through him that they were coming to the submarine, and they were ready for them. Riley proceeds to Danny. Charlie shoots him, but he's still alive. Riley confirms that Rolly was with them. They were taking him somewhere for a good view. In the sky, warheads are separating. Danny says they can reach those coordinates. Sarah will drive. He tells her the coordinates, and they get on the move. Dwight and Sherry are on horseback and have reached somewhere wrong, so they move forward to find some structure. There is a cabin or house. They can find some beer and pretzels. If it is the end, she wants to die along with him. They get inside and split to check. She picks a family photo, keeps it back, and gets outside. He could only find these warm bottles. Sherry says they could have a home like this. They found each other and met again, but she wasted a lot of time due to being stuck on the past. She says her reason was to end bad people, and they always win. Due to it, she couldn't spend time with him. He says she doesn't need to regret and can still live it. A woman and a man say, if they're with them, someone has taken their bunker. Their necessary supplies are down there. Those people kept saying that the end is beginning. This is their daughter Briga. He wants to see and take back the bunker. He needs a rope. Using the horse, he hides and aims. The door is broken, and they get outside and are killed by her and him. One tries to run away, he gets him and gets to him. Dwight says, "You're scared?" He's going to let him see the nuke from the front seat. She shoots his other leg. The man calls them inside. Warheads are separating. They get inside and close it. Teddy is listening to Morgan and turns it off. She apologizes to save Teddy. He says he's happy because that's how he found her. He says she is his best follower. They get to a place for a good view from here, perhaps. She says he is the first human who never tried to find fault in her and accepted her for who she is. He is a jerk. Mr. Dory asks him to get away from the girl. He's here for Dakota and has to say something to her. What John had said was right, and she can still change her life by accepting that sometimes circumstances change and turn us, and we surprise those who know us. John forgave him for leaving him. Now he forgives her for killing John. For taking his son's life. He keeps the gun down. Teddy tries to kill him. June is here. Her mark is better than him. She tries to make her understand as well. She killed Virginia because she was lost after losing John but found it again. She will find it again as well. He gets the gun away and says the shade is down here. He was thinking of it as the end. So he was a liar and wanted to live to see the beginning. He says he will go back after this missile to launch others. She says why didn't he tell her about this? He just manipulates her. Mr. Dory tells her that missile launch requires 2 people for 2 keys. He kills people after he's done using them. June says the bunker is still a chance for them. It's starting in the sky. Teddy says to her, stay with me or go with them and be something else. Here, a horse is coming with Vic on it. He is at a building. He kills undeads and gets to the hallway, kills more with a gun, gets upstairs, and gets to a level. And asks if somebody is here. He gets to the window to look down. Undeads are everywhere. He screams at the fullest and sits down. He sees killed undeads. He gets up and gets to the upper floor while following a music. There is art here and valuables all around. And a man with a gun. He puts down the gun. He turns around and asks if he saw the missile. Vic says, without a bunker, we're gonna die. He asks if he likes bourbon, Thurston's Reserve. Used to be 25 years old from Texas. This man is a historian and used to teach at UT. He turns the recorder on. He collected all these from museums, city halls, and a flag from the Alamo. His wife gave him. Vic gave someone something like this once. She is complicated. He tells him about building a future and their enemies wanted to destroy everything. At last, only 2 men were left and had to give their life to save others, but one of them could not do it because he wanted to be alive and get all the credit, and in the end, pushed everyone into destruction. He tells himself he was that man who was ready to die. Something, maybe that end, brought him here. It explodes in the sky in the distance. His name is Howard. And he's Morgan Jones. Both cheer to sit. It's right above the submarine above Grace. She is talking about her lost baby and hears to Morgan while telling about using the left time wisely. She throws it and screams to cry. She knows he'd end. She gets a gun and moves towards. He's still trying to find a way to stop it. She says even if they survive the first impact, radiation and fallout will be worst. At the plant, it was controlled, this one will not be. It is going to be worse than Chernobyl, Hiroshima, and Nagasaki. She will not watch her lover dying. She loves him. Both kiss. He loves her. She keeps the gun and wants him to make a decision. He says he survived the gulch for her and to build something for the world. He's sorry for Athena. He had thought to be a father again. They hear sounds of warheads separating. He is sorry to have this end this way. He takes aim for both at once. She is hearing her crying. He's as well. It's here somewhere. It's not her. They get out, and Rufus is leading the undead Rachel and her baby. He sadly puts her to rest and takes the baby out. She opens Rufus's tie. He gets her calm. He is feeling like Athena has sent a gift. They are on their way towards the coordinates and have reached it. But nothing is still here. He apologizes to them. Riley laughs and says there's no way to survive. He sets him out. He's dead. There is a helicopter here. They run towards it as it lands. Wes is writing something. Isabel is here and on the radio, Al asks them not to ask the pilot anything. She is here for help. Dakota says this is a trap. She wants to stay here. He asks if John ever told her about the St. Louis barn raiser. He shoots in the air, she shoots him, and June shoots her hand. She gets inside, then he gets inside as well and closes it. She picks up the gun and aims at him. He laughs as she asks, she shoots him to death. They stand at the window seeing the warhead hitting the ground and a white light speed. It gets here and converts her into ash. Their basement feels it, and the bunker is barely surviving it. Riley has turned. Danny gets inside, they talk in Spanish. After Wes, he painted undead Riley for a message, they fly up and away. After them, it hits here, and the same storm storms the hotel, and Grace and Morgan see it, and they run. Dogs get into the car while they hide under a heavy tanker. The storm is trying to it along. Vic is waiting to die, but it does not kill them. He laughs because he is alive after doing all that. He is not that man he told. He is the other one. He is Victor Strand. He is who pushed friends before wolves when needed. He is an opportunist. He calls himself a survivalist. He was nothing but knew how to survive. He was broken several times and got himself together every time. He says they can make a great future here with art, books, music, and bottles. They look at him together. They are alive. Get out of there. A burned undead is wandering, he kills it. There is another light, and it crosses them as well. They have a baby now in their arms.